millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'ma clear the air, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets, they say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my opportunity, you suck, don't make ways for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent of. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We got involved with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and let y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel.
The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Chicago Bears. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Ritter off the play fake. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's Ritter. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
Following a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with good field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Dante Pettis deep for Chicago.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first.
The big fella! And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. The Bears at 11-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen for Herbert.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
But here we go on 4th down. Fields.
And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have the Bears first down. And they celebrate a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Bears nothing.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Mooney, the motion man right. Herbert powering up the middle.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Here's Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Off play action. Fields. That is caught.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Herbert is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Escaping the pressure right. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Fields.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
For the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Back near his goal line. Here's Ritter.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Option play. Here's Robinson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ritter now.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now it's Fields. That is caught by Herbert. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good. For a Bears.
Fields on first down.
Now he steps away. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And still fighting. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Here's Fields.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Now Fields. That is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Fields.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
He's got it. A lot of work to get to the first down marker.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ritter off the play fake.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Ritter throwing on third down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Third and long. It's Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it at the 37. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Ritter to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Red, yellow, field, black. Watch out, six, ready?
Ritter from the gun on third down.
He's got Green. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Robinson on the option. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
Here's Ritter. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
21. Bears nothing. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pettis now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Flush to his right. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now Walker.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
You can score on these guys.
Walker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And working out of the gun here, Walker. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Walker. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That pass complete to Moore.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Ritter again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Santos.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
13 yards on the play.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. They'll call it luck or skill. Whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Corey Blasingame.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Set, ready. Drill, 52.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like...
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Looking to throw. Santos. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one.
There he goes, right side. A big change in field position there. On the catch and run.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Open man, this is Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Santos feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
2nd down, goal to go.
Now he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
119 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On play action, here's Ritter.
Pressure, and he's taken down. The Bears sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Ritter now on 2nd down. This ball down the field for Pitts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears will take over possession.